Hey guys and gals, it's LJ. Welcome back to the channel. We got another video today that we're going to do with our Christmas 2023 decoration builds. I got to build this enclosure for my 6-foot tall animated Santa Claus and a 4.5-foot tall, 3.5 feet long, 2 feet wide animatronic reindeer. Both I believe I got from Home Depot. But I need some sort of enclosure out here that at least covers them from 3.5 sides so they don't get wet with the rain and snow that comes in the fall and winter here in the Midwest. So I felt like I was going to build this 6.5 to 7 foot tall, I want to call it a chimney, and I'm going to do all that with the plywood that's back there and the 1x2s and screws and the handsaw and the drill and all that. We're going to get this thing put together. We're going to spray paint it just like we did that chimney up there on that Santa Claus up there. He's kind of twisted around a little bit right now. I got to get up there and mess with him anyways. So let's get this build started. All right. Let's get this thing done. Let's get this chimney built here, this enclosure for this Santa and reindeer that's going to go in our front yard. I can't wait to get this thing built. Let's get it done. All right, we change our plans all the time around here, and just before I'm getting to build this, I'm changing my plans. It's no longer going to be a chimney. It's going to be looking like a brick fireplace. Let's go ahead and get this measured out and make our first cuts. Then cut it. Now I want all the sides and the back to be 7 feet tall. So I'm going to mark up a couple more pieces of this 2 foot wide plywood that I have, so I can have the two sides and the two pieces that are going to go in the back. Let's go ahead and cut some of these 1x2s so I can get these three sides put together before I put the front on. We get this Santa and reindeer underneath this enclosure. This is a temporary outside structure. I'm going to take it down at the end of the holiday season, so it doesn't need to be fortified with 2x4s and 4x4s and cement and all that stuff. It's just to look like something Christmassy. All right, let's get this thing built. All right, let's get the rest of this thing built. This is going to be a very tall fireplace, but that's one side. I've almost got the other side built. I'm going to put the two together. We're going to anchor it together right here with one of these boards I cut out. All right, guys, so here it is. It's like 4 feet wide, 7 feet tall there. I'm going to have another piece coming down about a foot or so across the front here. Santa's going to sit over here, maybe at an angle because he does some movement. This is how this is. I'm going to fortify this in the front with one of the boards I cut, and then on the back with one of the boards I cut. I got two more I cut, one in front, one in back. Make it really sturdy to stand up to this wind, but easy to take apart at the end of the season. All right, let's put these two pieces on here and start building the rest of this structure. All right, I got the front and back side of this structure all secured, ready to go, and I'm going to work on the top and the front, and we'll be able to put Santa and the reindeer inside this thing. All right, guys and gals, here is that front side of that fireplace that I built here. As you can see, I kind of made that that top part about a foot long. That goes across the very top there, right there. Made that almost look like the mantle. I'm gonna make that look like the mantle. So I cut that about a foot wide and about almost 6 feet long to make it have like an overhang over the rest of the of what I'm calling the fireplace. So I'm gonna set a Santa Claus inside there and a animatronic reindeer that I believe is just gonna kind of stick halfway out. Put some stabilizing 1x2s down there on the base of this thing, just so you know this Midwest wind won't tip it over. So there you go, there's a side view. Haven't got a top on yet because that's the next part of the project. Here's the back part. Did a little bit of some cross stabilization there with a 1x2, and yeah, looks pretty decent I think so far. I'm gonna use a lot of spray paint on this sucker. But next part of this, as you can see, there's no top, there's no roof. So it rained recently, so I had to wait until it dried so I could get this put on top. I'm gonna take this foam board insulation here. It's about 1 inch thick, maybe a little bit more, give or take. And I'm gonna measure it out, put that on top, and then I'm gonna glue it down with this liquid nails here. So let's go ahead, get that all done. Let's see what that looks like. All right, guys and gals, there is the fireplace that I built here to go in the side yard here. It's gonna house my Santa Claus, my animatronic Santa Claus, and my animatronic reindeer. I did a couple little quick things on the roof here. And I was gonna use this on top, the foam board. Oh man, tried to glue that on there with the liquid nails, and the liquid nails was working, but man, the wind here, it's not even that bad today, but it's windy. Blew it right off, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna use find my spare pieces of plywood, and I'm gonna use that. It's gonna be a lot more weatherproof here. And I basically just tacked this sucker up with about a dozen, 1 5/8 inch screws with some liquid nails. So I took some liquid nails, put a little bit around the top of this thing, so this would sit on top there and kind of give it a little bit more of a seal. As you can see, there's some of that liquid nail residue there. Didn't want to put too much because I'm gonna take this sucker apart, but I used little pieces that I had left over of this plywood. And I just took that liquid nails, ran a bead across there. But that's all there is up there. Very easy. All right, now it's time to get some spray paint on this thing. Get it looking like a fireplace, because right now it just looks like a shell. It could be anything. So let's get some spray paint on here. I'll show you what it looks like, the final product, before we put the animatronics inside. All right, guys and gals, it's time to get this thing looking more like a fireplace with all the colors I need to make it look like a fireplace, with the like old weathered brick looking feel to it. So I'm going to go ahead and use some dark and light browns and a candy apple red there to go ahead and make this look like old weathered bricks. And I got some black and white there, the white to kind of make the outline of the bricks, and the black, I might make a little black with a little bit of gray, like soot looking color for the back side of this, the inside of this fireplace. So let's go ahead and see what this turns out to look like. All right, guys and gals, this is just doing this stuff roughly. All right, so nothing crazy artistic, but I took the black and the cream white, kind of made like a little smoky ash kind of look on that backdrop there. It doesn't have to do like an amazing job, just enough to kind of let the eye think, oh man, there's been some soot in there. This fireplace has been used. All right, now I'm gonna put that brick look on the outside of this before we put the reindeer and Santa in and around this thing. All right, there's that first layer of light brown. See, got the front part there. Not covering it all the way, just as much as I can, but not all the way, because I'm gonna have these other colors go over top of that. I'm using this kind of as my base color there, or a color with a little bit darker brown than that candy apple red. All right, guys and gals, there is all the red I think I'm gonna do over top of all those browns and blacks and stuff of this. Old weathered looking fireplace that I'm making here as an enclosure to help protect my animatronics, my Santa and my reindeer. So as you can see, you see the back part there, as that red built in, it kind of made that look more like a soot and ash and everything like that. That fireplace has been used. So I did the front there, light browns, dark browns, a little bit of black, and then that red over top of it. Did a little overhang there. You can see I painted it black too as well. All spray paint, all those colors right there. Did that, but now that I did the front, I did the side too, because people are going to see the side. So we did both sides just like that. It doesn't look too bad, It's just spray paint. It takes a little time. All right, now I'm gonna put those white lines on here. We're gonna make this look like, brick. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, guys and gals, there is my homemade, plywood 1x2 screws and a little bit of liquid nails. Homemade outdoor 7 foot by 6 foot fireplace enclosure for my 6 foot animatronic Santa Claus and 4.5 foot animatronic reindeer. There it is. That kind of looks, I'm happy with it, Looks like brick, looks homemade, and that's what I was going for. Best thing was cheap. This thing cost me probably with the plywood, plyboard, whatever you want to call it, and all the other materials involved probably only cost me like, man, like 40 bucks or less, like 35 to 40 bucks. You know, seriously, yeah, that's all it is. Let's go take a closer look before we put Santa and the reindeer inside. All right, as you can see, just spray paint, just kind of go on. Don't be scared, just do it. You're not gonna mess this thing up if you do it yourself. You're just gonna make it look cool, no matter what. Your little mistakes that you think you made on this. I'm an oil painter, so the mistakes you think you made is something that, you know, someone else really likes. But kind of just looks old and weathered. Like this is like the last Christmas this fireplace is gonna see. But you see, when you do that red out there and you put those darks behind the red, it just makes it look really weathered. And then you can see the contrast between the soot and the ash of the inside of the fireplace and the outside real red and white brick. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Let's look at this other side before we put Santa and the reindeer inside there. There you go. Now let's go ahead and get Santa and the reindeer right inside there. All right, guys and gals, there he is. There's that 6 foot plus tall Santa Claus that we have, the animatronic Santa Claus from Home Depot. There he is holding all of his toys and the sack over his back. Looks really cool. Fits in there quite nicely. Look at that. I got lights on there too. So we're gonna add another layer of lights too around the edge there. Maybe a little bit on the inside. Maybe some different lights that have different colored lights, because this strand that I got on there is just all white. So I want to add some color to this on the inside of there. So I'm gonna do that here really soon. There we go, got lights all around it. There's that Santa. You see the background there. Can't wait to see him animated tonight when the lights go down. You want to hear what he does and see what he does? Here we go.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah, he was pretty cool, right? Yeah, but he wouldn't be complete without a reindeer. So look at that, look up front there. We have the reindeer, the 4.5 feet, 5 feet tall animatronic reindeer here from Home Depot too. I got him strapped down. He's kind of top heavy and front heavy, so I had to use one of my old dog chains here, dog leashes, the outside ones there to anchor him down. Now he doesn't go anywhere. It's pretty windy today, but that's what he looks like. He is pretty cool, isn't he? You want to see what he does? And there is Santa and the reindeer on display at night. I have the sleigh off right now, but I wanted you to see the fireplace lit up with some icicle lighting, and the music of both the reindeer and Santa going at night with a little spotlight on there, if you see down there in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Looks pretty cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. Go ahead and like this video and hit that subscribe button. All right, guys and gals, I'm LJ. This is what we do on the channel. We just video all of our projects that we do here as a family throughout the holidays, and just anything that we do will go on the channel. So if you like what you see here with this it's like 7.5 foot tall fireplace build for Christmas, and then that 6 foot tall animated Santa Claus and the reindeer. If you like this kind of stuff and everything else you've seen on the channel, go ahead and hit like on this video, hit subscribe, that way you don't miss out on any future videos. We got a couple more coming up for this Christmas. We're almost done, almost to the point where I can show you my Christmas light display with music and everything. So you're going to want to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on that one as well. That one's going to be pretty fun. It's looking pretty nice. All right, next up, I'm going to start adding to the Island of Misfit toys. That might be one of my next 1 or 2 videos. So go ahead and stay tuned for that. I'm LJ. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again real soon.